Have you ever noticed how people laugh at someone chasing a dream until that person succeeds first? Talking feels safe. Trying feels dangerous. Many will discuss big goals for years, but quietly fear taking the first step. Strange truth is, the slowest person moving forward often goes farther than the fastest person standing still. Near a dry forest filled with dust and heat, a group of animals gathered under a large bent tree every evening. A rabbit, a fox, a deer, a monkey, and a tired turtle named Orin spent hours talking about a beautiful cold water river hidden somewhere beyond the hills. Older animals had described it for years. They said the river carried sweet water, green plants, cool air, and peace. Every evening, the group imagined how wonderful life would become after finding it. Still, nobody ever searched for it. Excuses always appeared first. The hills are too dangerous, the fox would say. Wild storms come from that side, the deer warned. Maybe the river does not even exist, the monkey laughed. Meanwhile, Orin listened quietly. Night after night, one thought kept growing inside him. If everyone keeps talking, then who will actually go? Finally, one morning, the turtle made his decision. Slowly, he stood before the group and said, "I am going to search for the river." For a moment, silence covered the area. Then loud laughter exploded around him. The rabbit rolled on the ground laughing. "You," he shouted, "you can barely cross this field before sunset." Mocking smiles spread across every face. Even worse, some animals tried stopping him completely. The fox stepped closer and whispered, "Forget this foolish idea. You will die alone out there." Another voice added, "Why waste your life chasing stories?" Yet Orin remained calm. Fear sat inside his chest, but something stronger pushed him forward. Without another word, he began walking toward the distant hills. Hot sunlight burned his shell during the first few days. Sharp stones cut his feet. Dry winds made every step harder. Several times, exhaustion forced him to stop beneath dead trees just to breathe. Then one afternoon, a flock of birds flew overhead and noticed him crawling alone across the empty land. Curious voices circled above him. "Where are you going, turtle?" Orin lifted his tired head. "I am searching for the cold water river," he answered honestly. Suddenly, the birds burst into laughter. One bird mocked loudly, "At your speed, the river will dry before you arrive." Another shouted, "Turn back before the storm season kills you." Embarrassment stung deeply. For a brief moment, doubt entered his mind again. Still, his feet continued moving. Days later, dark clouds swallowed the sky. A violent storm crashed across the hills. Heavy rain struck his shell like stones. Strong winds pushed him backward into mud and broken branches. Several terrifying hours passed beneath roaring thunder. Cold fear surrounded him completely. Yet when morning finally arrived, Orin noticed something strange nearby. Fresh green plants covered the ground ahead. Cool air touched his face softly. Then suddenly, he heard flowing water. Heart pounding wildly, the turtle climbed over one final rocky hill. A massive river stretched before his eyes. Clear water sparkled beneath sunlight. Trees swayed peacefully beside the shore. For several seconds, Orin could not move. Tears slowly rolled down his face. After all the pain, the river was real. Carefully, he drank from the cold, sweet water. Relief spread through his tired body instantly. However, instead of staying there alone, Orin made another brave choice. He turned back. Step by step, he returned toward his old group. Days later, the exhausted turtle finally reached the bent tree again. Shock filled every face. "You survived?" the monkey whispered. Quietly, Orin smiled. "The river exists," he said softly, "and I can take you there." Nobody laughed this time. The entire group followed him across the hills. Eventually, they reached the shining river and tasted the sweet, cold water themselves. Silence covered the riverbank. Shame appeared in their eyes. The fox lowered his head first. "We mocked you because we were afraid to try," he admitted. Soon, the others apologized too. Even the rabbit quietly asked for forgiveness. Orin looked at them gently. Anger never answered them. Only peace did. Sometimes the bravest step is simply starting. People may laugh at your journey because they never began their own. Slow progress still defeats standing still forever. Keep moving toward your river, even when nobody believes it exists yet.